Good morning, viewers. This is Kasturi Day. Today, I've come with the question answer discussion on tissues chapter, the practice questions, which are generally the back questions of the books. Okay, so I will start with the question answer series of class 9 syllabus tissue chapter. Okay, so I'm starting with first one is choose the correct answer, in which the first question is, in potato, starch is stored in the four options are sclerenchyma, collenchyma, parenchyma, and chlorenchyma. So starch is stored in parenchyma tissues. Okay. Next comes is the tendon and ligament. Examples of the four options are fibrous connective tissue, cartilage, muscular tissue, adipose tissue. So tendon and ligaments both are examples of fibrous connective tissues. Next is, which of the following pairs is correctly matched? See, meristem, first option, meristem is matched with actively dividing cells, xylem transports of food, phloem transport of water, sclerenchyma storage of starch. First answer is first one, that is first option, that is meristem is actively dividing cells, is matching with actively dividing cells. This matches, this pair is correct. Okay. The other one, that is the second one, the xylem transport of food. This is incorrect because xylem transports water and not food. Phloem transports food and not water. So the B and C are incorrect. And sclerenchyma stores the starch. That's false. That is also wrong because parenchyma stores the starch. So the B, C, D are wrong, but only A option, that is meristem, which is actively, which means, which are the actively dividing cells. So that pair is correct. Next question is, parenchyma containing chloroplast is known as parenchyma, arenchyma, collenchyma, or chlorenchyma. See, parenchyma, which contains chloroplast, is known as chlorenchyma and not the A, B, or C options. Okay. Next is, annual rings are the number of internodes in a stem, rings of vascular bundles in a monocot stem, bark layers in a woody stem, or layers of xylem in a stem. Annual rings are the number of the layers of xylem in the stem. Okay, that is the option. It is not the internode in a stem, rather it is not the rings of vascular bundles in a monocot stem, or rather it's not the bark layers which are found in the woody stem. That is also not the correct answer. Correct answer is these annual rings are the layers of xylem or xylem layers in a stem, which could suggest how old the tree is. Okay. Which of the following in a plant are said to be non-living? Meristem, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. The non-living tissue in these four options is the sclerenchyma tissues. These are dead cells in the plant. Okay. Then, which of the following connects a muscle to a bone? Muscle to a bone is connected by tendon. Okay, so options are cartilage, ligament, tendon, interstitial fluid. Okay, next, so option C is correct. Then cardiac muscle is involuntary, smooth muscles, striated muscles, or involuntary and striated. The D option is correct because cardiac muscle is involuntary as well as striated. Okay, generally what happens, striated muscles are voluntary, whereas unstriated muscles are involuntary. But in case of cardiac muscle, the muscle is involuntary as well as striated, not unstriated, but striated. So the D option is correct. Next is areola tissue. Areola tissue is a bony tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, or epithelial tissue. It's a connective tissue. Areola tissue is a connective tissue. You can get the answers from my text videos which I have made. Okay, so please go through that. You will get the answers from these text videos automatically. Okay, you will understand from there Next is the hardness of the bone is due to calcium, magnesium, sulfur, or potassium. It is due to the calcium which is present in it, not due to magnesium, sulfur, or potassium. The fluid part of the blood without the corpuscles is the plasma, not the lymph, not the vaccine, not the serum. It is the plasma which is present in the blood, the fluid part, besides the corpuscles which are present in it. Okay. Next is second B part of the question, that is named the kind of tissue found. Okay. So what are the kind of tissue which is found? What is the kind of tissue which is found at the tip of the plant roots? Plant roots and the plant stems. Yes, plant roots and plant stems. At the tip, it is the apical meristem tissue. Okay. At the lower surface of the leaf, the kind of tissue which is found at the lower surface of the leaf, that is the epidermis. The tissue which is found in the inner lining of the intestine, that is intestinal epithelium. It is the epithelial cells. So it is intestinal epithelium as it is found in intestine. Then at the joining between two long bones, where two long bones are joined, or a tissue which is joining two long bones, that is the ligament. And one muscle to bone, that is tendon. Okay. Then in the kind of tissue which is found in the walls of the veins of the leaves, it's vascular cambium. Okay. Where the tissue which is found in the walls of the veins of the leaves, that is vascular cambium. The tissue which is found is gritty mass in the skin of the pears. It is the sclerids which is found. Okay. Next is the tissue which is found in the spaces between a plant stem. Plant stem, spaces between the plant stem. That is ground tissue, which consists of what? All the tissues, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma tissues. The ground tissue consisting of parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma tissues. Then what kind of tissues is found? The husk of the coconut, the dead cells. We know the husk is the dead cell of the coconut. So what is that? It is the sclerenchyma tissue. Then the tissue, name the tissue which is found in the translocation, which kind of tissue which helps in the translocation of food, that is the phloem. And the tissue which helps in conducting messages from one part of the body to another, that is the nervous tissue. Okay. Then the tissue, name the kind of tissue which is found in the three simple tissues, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma tissues. Okay. Next is, we are coming to the true or false, number C question. Okay. Now, first question in the C is, collenchyma cells have intercellular spaces. False. The statement is false, because the collenchyma cells, they do not have intercellular spaces. The cells are very tightly packed. Okay. The length of the stem is due to intercalary meristem. That's true. Okay. The intercalary meristem lies just below the node. So this is the intercalary meristem. Due to this, the length of the stem increases. Then sclerenchyma is a complex tissue. No, it's a simple tissue. False, it's a simple tissue. Then when parenchyma contains chlorophyll, it is known as chlorenchyma. That's true. Lymph contains RBC. No, lymph does not contain RBC. That's why its color is white. Okay, the RBC gives the color to the blood. That is, the red color of the blood is given by RBC, as it contains hemoglobin. Okay, heme means the color red. So that red color is due to the hemoglobin present in the blood, and the lymph does not contain the RBC, and that's why its color is not red, or rather it's white. The vessels are broader than tracheids. That's true. WBC helps in blood clotting. No, platelets help in blood clotting. So the statement is false. Okay. Then striate muscles is involuntary. I told you earlier also that striate muscles are voluntary muscles, that is in our control. So the statement is false. Phloem is a living tissue. That's true. Now give one word for each of the following. D part. Okay. Excuse me. A group of similar cells which perform a specific function is known as a tissue. Okay. The cells that is least specialized in plant, it's a very simple plant tissues, those are parenchyma cells. Okay. The cells which are responsible for the increase in diameter of the stem and the roots of the dicot plants, it's the cork cambium and vascular cambium. For the diameter, it's the cambium. So cork cambium and vascular cambium. Okay. Then the connective tissue that is porous connective tissue is our bones. Okay. The tissue that helps in secondary growth in plant, that is lateral meristem. Then the plant tissue that provides support, that's the collenchyma. The covering of axon is known as the myelin sheath. Okay. Next, we are coming to the location of the following tissues. Cardiac muscle is found in the heart walls. Collenchyma cells, these are found immediately under the epidermis, young stems, petioles, and leaf veins. Just below the epidermis, the collenchyma tissues are found, and they are also found in the young stems, petioles, and the leaf veins. Then intercalary meristem, this just below the node, that is at the internode at the base of the leaves. These are found intercalary meristems. Then adipose tissue, these are found under the skin. Okay. Next is meristematic tissues at the tip of the roots, the stems, and the branches. Apical meristem, that is we call it. Then cartilage are found at the joints, then at the nose, airway passages, intervertebral discs of the spine, and the ear. Main we can feel outside, that is our body, that is our nose and our ear. These are made up of cartilage. But internally also they are found at the joints, intervertebral discs of the spine, and also the airway passages. Then squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium are found in air sacs of the lungs and also the lining of the heart, okay, the blood vessels, and the lymphatic vessels. So the air sacs are made up of squamous epithelium, which are present in the lungs. Even they are also found in the lining of the heart, blood vessels, and lymphatic vessels. Lining of the heart, lining of the blood vessels, and lining of the lymphatic vessels. Okay. Next is the sclerenchyma tissues. Sclerenchyma tissues are found in the stems around the vascular bundles, in the veins of the leaves, and in the hard covering of the seeds and the nuts. Okay. So sclerenchyma tissues are found in the stems. They're found around the vascular bundles, in the veins of the leaves, in the hard covering of the seeds and nuts. Okay. Then ciliated epithelium, they're found in the lining of the trachea, bronchi of the lungs, that is bronchus, which are present in the lungs. Then part of the nasal cavities, then uterus, and the oviduct of the female, the ciliated epithelium are present. Okay. So that they can flow the substances which are flowing in one direction. Okay. Next is the ligament. Ligament is between one muscle and one bone. Then striated muscles. Striated muscles are found in the limbs, the face, neck, tongue, pharynx, and the diaphragm. Okay, these are all the striated muscles which are present. Okay, which are under our control. Areola tissue. This is found beneath the epidermis of the skin and also underneath the epithelial tissue of all the body systems that have external openings. All the body cavities which has external opening, under the epithelial tissue, this lining is there, areolar tissue lining is there. Also, they are found beneath the epidermis of the skin. Okay. Then stratified epithelium, these are found in the lines of the esophagus, mouth, and vagina. Okay, stratified epithelium. The name of the kinds of the cells found in the following places. So see, these things you have to memorize, you have to understand where these cells are found. Okay. You can also try to make a diagram, make a human body or a plant diagram and mark them. these places, mark the places or the organs, and then you can write just below the organ or just below the plant parts, you can write the cells which are found. And also you can memorize their function according to the cells. You can write the just below the this one, the cells, you write the tissues which you are writing. Just below that, write whatever the function is. Okay. Name the kind of the cells which are found in the following places, like surface of the human skin. Surface of the human skin has simple epithelial cells. The salivary glands have glandular epithelial cells. The brain, they have squamous epithelial cells, and also the neurons. Then the inner lining of the windpipe, that is ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Okay. That state the function of the following. Parenchyma, I told you, just where the cells you are writing, no, making a diagram, make some plant parts like the roots, the leaves, the apical, the apex, the nodes and internodes, and everywhere you write whatever cells, which cells are found where. And just below the cells, write what is the function of that cell. That is how you can memorize very nicely, very quickly. Okay, and you can remember also. Then functions of the following, that is parenchyma provides support and stores food. Ciliated epithelium moves particles or fluid over the epithelial surface. Over the epithelial surface, the ciliated epithelium moves the particles of the fluid. Then the neurons, they send and receive the signals to and from the brain. Okay. Then a xylem that conveys water and dissolved materials from the roots to the rest of the plant parts, and also provides physical support to the plant. Then collenchyma, it provides mechanical support and elasticity to the stems of the dicot plants. Next is platelets. That stops blood loss by clotting and clogging the arteries. Okay, when there is a cut on our body, after some time the blood clots. So that clotting is done by the platelets. Okay, and the arteries which are open, that is clogged. Okay, by these clots, so fibrin, which forms after during the clotting. Then connective tissues. This forms the endoskeleton of the human body and other vertebrates. Not only the human body, the other vertebrates also, they have an endoskeleton which is formed by the connective tissue that provides shape and support to the body. It protects the vital organs, vital body organs, and also stores calcium and phosphate. It also stores calcium and phosphate. Now we come to some definitions. So first definition is blood. What is a blood? What is blood? It is a fluid connective tissue that transports oxygen and also nutrients to the cells and carries away carbon dioxide and waste products from the cells. Okay. Then we come to organ. Organ is a group of tissues that performs a specific function or a group of functions. Then ligament. Ligament is a connective tissue. Okay, it's a band of tough elastic connective tissue. Okay, fibrous connective tissue. It's an elastic tissue around our joint, connecting bone as it is connecting. So that's why it's known as connective tissue. So it's connecting bone to bone, giving support to the joints, which limits the movement of the joints. As it is connecting one bone to another, so which giving the support to the joints so that the joints can move to a certain extent. You can control that movement. So that limitation is given by the ligament. Then simple permanent tissue. It is the tissue which is made up of similar non-dividing cells carrying out the same function or similar set of functions. Simple permanent tissue is made up of what? It's made up of similar non-dividing cells. As we know, the permanent cells, they do not divide. So they have similar non-dividing cells which carry out the same function, a similar set of functions. And next, it is the axon. It is the long fiber or of a neuron. We know that neurons, the cell body, the cyton has certain projections. Okay, and one of those projections are known as dendrons. And one of the projection that grows long, That is known as axon. It's a long fiber of the neuron that conducts message, nerve impulse from away from the cell body to different areas like muscles or other organs of the body, like that. Then tendon. Tendon is, it is a fibrous connective tissue that joins muscles to bones. Then we come to matrix. What is matrix? Matrix is a ground substance. It's a non-living medium or substance. It's a ground, non-living medium or substance of the tissue which occupies the vacant spaces between the cells. Like we see in the bone cells, the osteocytes are present. The bones cells are known as osteocytes. The osteocytes are present, scattered on, on the ground tissue. So that ground tissue is known as the matrix. Okay. Now the tissue, what is a tissue? Tissue is a group of cells that have similar structure and the function together as one unit, as a single unit. Okay. So I'll stop here. I'll continue. Excuse me. I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the question answers in my next video. Please go through this, and I request you to go through the text videos first and then come to the question answers. That will help you to understand the concept, understand the chapter much better. Okay. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. That will help you to get the notification first, and also you can know the surprises which are awaiting. Okay. And I've started some of the surprises. That is, I've started some tests with you all. So I'll be taking like this surprise tests or test as whenever I like. Okay. So please go through the whole video. You can understand the things much better. Okay. And please, I think you are liking the videos. Press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And don't forget to meditate before starting through the studies to your daily routine, so that can help you to concentrate on your studies much more better. And also it will increase your memory power. Okay. So thank you for watching and have a good day.